Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to this live session organized by Zolve. I am Manshi and I am a part of business team at Zolve. Today I have a senior with you who's gonna be a great help for all of you who are going planning to go to US in fall 2025. And today we will be discussing everything that will help you plan your journey from India to US. So before we get into this Q&A, let me introduce Farhan. Farhan is a student at DePaul University. He has gone to US in fall 2023. He had a great journey from India to US. His journey, we have been privileged enough to have his journey recorded with us and gained a lot of love from all you guys. So many of you have learned so much from his journey. So why not discuss more about how to prepare for how to select your university, how to prepare for your visa interview, how to pay your service fees, small confusions that you might have. We'll decode this in this session. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box and we'll answer all your queries. So before we actually start this session, I'll request every one of you to please share this session link among your WhatsApp group so that everyone can join and solve their queries, right? So we'll keep taking queries from the comment box. But first, hi Farhan, welcome to the session.
Hello, Mashi. How are you? Thank you so much.
I am great. So yeah, let us know how is it all going there and what's happening with you right now.
Right now, everything's perfect. The weather started getting a little warmer now. The sun is staying long in the day. The daylight saving just began yesterday. So now the days are longer. The weather is warmer and it's kind of good over here now. Past few months, it has been like very cold with the snow and everything, but everything's are going now warmer.
Nice, great. So yeah, I mean, let's start with how you choose your university. Like I am sure you must have had multiple I-20s. So
Mm,
so how did you finally cut it down to one university that you want to go to? What were the criterias you actually evaluated?
So first thing that came into my mind was like selecting a city first. I went in this way. So it depends upon the people like how they want to select. But my criteria was to first select a city in which I could find Indian people more and like my friends and everything. So Chicago was the city I selected because my most of the friends and relatives were over here. Then coming to the selection of the universities, I had Governor State University, Lewis University, DePaul University, Northern Illinois universities in the Chicago city, which are topmost. Then I had my engineering friends who already got admission in the DePaul University. So that's how I finalized DePaul University, and it's ranked one of the topmost in the Chicago, and it's located in the downtown of the city. So that's how I finalized the DePaul University.
Okay, that's great. So then after that, how was your journey? Like, what was the next step after you finalized the university?
So before finalizing the university, I knew the criteria of the university. Like we need to have IELTS, English proficiency test, and I need to have my all the transcripts from the undergraduation, GRE score, and my financial documents, everything ready before I apply to the university. Because even if you miss one file, then it's going to take like 1 or 2 months to get the admission from the university. So I prepared everything, then I applied to the university. So once I submitted all my documents, I got my admission just like 30 days. They evaluated my transcripts because they need to evaluate through WES, which is transcript evaluation. So they evaluated my undergrad transcripts and they converted. So we have like GPA on the scale of 10 in India, whereas here it's just on the scale of 4. So they evaluate on basis of that, and then they give me the admission.
Okay.
So once I got the admission letter, so they need like $200 for the I-20. we need to pay the I-20 fees. So I paid it through the credit card and then I got my I-20. So once we get the I-20, we can proceed further for the other things.
Okay. And do you have to pay the I-20 fee in USD or in Indian rupees?
It's in USD. All the transactions need to be done in USD. So it's like international transaction. You need to do it with a credit card.
Yeah, got it. So, so all the student must have a credit card that supports
Yes,
international transactions, right?
international transaction. Yes.
Correct. So, what else after that? What happened?
So once we get the I-20, then one you need to finalize the consulate in which you want to give the interview, which is nearby to you or whatever your preference is. So once you get the I-20, you need to pay your DS-160 fees, fill out the application, and then book your slot for the interview.
Okay, let's come to DS 160 now. So I've heard a lot, like so many students made a simple mistake on DS 160 and they
Yes.
end up paying a huge amount to get the simple mistake corrected because they don't want to risk the visa rejection, right?
Yeah,
Rejection
so
during
there
the
are a
visa.
lot of changes going on with the DS-160. Previously, when I began my process in the year 2022, it was like a complete different website. But in the year 2023, they changed the website into a new platform. They hand it over to a different company. So a lot of glitches on the website. So yeah, it's like uncertainty with the DS-160.
Hmm.
So there is a different website for the DS-160. Then you got to link it to the website on which you book the slot.
What is the website? If you remember, can you mention it?
Let me just look into it.
And how do one actually get assistance? How did you fill your DS 160? I know so many people are confident enough to do it by themselves, but for
Yes.
people who want a second opinion, how would they go ahead with that?
So for me, it was my friends and my relatives who already like traveled to US and everything. I had like sample DS-160s through which I could look into and fill my DS-160.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's like an important thing. You need to be careful with what you mention because that's the only thing the officer, visa officer sees during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing he has on his system, the
And
DS-160. So you got to
it is
be careful what
also
you mention.
it is also said that whatever you fill in DS 160, it stays on the
The
internet for the
record,
next
yes,
50
yes,
years.
yes.
So
It
it
stays
has
on
to
the
be
record.
correct.
Yes,
So
there's
we
nothing you
have
can.
experts like Sanjay Kaushik who help students
Yes,
through Zolve. I mean, he also helps students fill their DS 160. So we highly recommend people to attend the sessions before they actually made and end up filling it themselves and
DS-160. Yes, you got to be
end up
very
making any
very
mistake.
careful because it's like a very important thing in the part of this procedure. DS-160. It's like a main key component of your visa process. DS-160.
Correct.
You cannot ignore that part because it's like everything. How important is your passport is the DS-160.
Correct. So after you have filled your DS 160, what happens next?
So then once you fill your DS, once you pay your DS-160 fees, you will be able to book the slot.
And
And by
slot
booking
booking
the
is
slot,
another big challenge, right?
big challenge, yes. So it's
So,
like a complete whole different market.
yeah. So there, I think there are multiple challenges. First of all, the slot releases in tranches, right?
Yes.
So it's like first come first serve service. Whoever get to book it first will get to give the interview
Yeah.
first, right?
Yes.
And so, I mean, there are multiple agents also who take hefty amount
Yes.
of money to get it booked. So, what is the correct way? What students should usually do? Because I'm sure you must have seen all kind of student. But at
So
the
what
end,
I will tell what I did personally. So I gave interview for 4 times, right?
yeah, we all know that.
So so for the first three attempts, I booked slot for myself and for my friends too.
Oh,
I did everything on my own. So what I used to do is I used to join all the Telegram channels all the Discord channels. I used to turn on all the notifications on those groups. I used to monitor every single text message from those groups. So whenever there is a notification which says, "Hey, the slots are open," I used to log in. I used to look. If the slots are open, I used to book. It was just like a whole month, sleepless nights, just with a single notification. I used to wake up during night 3 o'clock, log in, and then check. Like everything was auto filled in my phone or my in my laptop. So with just one click, I would be on the main page of the website.
Okay.
So, but previously it was just you could log in 5 times a day. But right now, I
Yeah.
guess with the new website, they could log in multiple times.
I think there's still a limit. And even the login limit is there. You cannot stay logged in for more than, I think, 20 minutes.
I right now with the current website, I think it's with the clicks, like how many clicks you can make in a one login.
Okay.
Yeah, previously it was just with the logins, but right now I guess it's just with the clicks.
Mm-hmm.
How many certain clicks you can make on a certain login time.
Correct, correct.
Or you find a good agent, that's what I would suggest. If you want to be like first come, first serve, pre book your agent who is charging you less. The rates would, I would say, it would start from 5,000 to whatever the city you are choosing.
But yeah,
Different
I mean,
tier.
it's easily doable by yourself, but if you want
I would not
convenience,
say easily. I would not say easily.
okay, okay. I mean,
Yes.
agents will also do the same way. They'll go to the website and book it, right? Is there
But they
anything
have a
extra that they're
team.
doing?
I'm not sure because I just heard they use like softwares or something to like monitor those things. They have a
Mm-hmm.
team who is monitoring 24/7. There are
Okay,
multiple
okay,
things they say, but we never know how they do. But somehow
okay.
they get us the slot for the visa.
Cool. So now the next most burning question is which consulate? There are conversations going on all the WhatsApp communities like, oh, this consulate has the highest rejection and all. But in my previous conversation with Sanjay Kaushik sir, who is a visa expert, he's an ex visa officer from US Embassy. He has also mentioned that it doesn't matter, right? The visa
Yes, I would.
rules are equal for everyone and for every consulate.
Yes. Previously,
So,
I
what do
used
you
to
have to
think,
say?
yes, on this, during my first attempt, I was like, okay, I got rejected in a Hyderabad consulate and my friend got approved at Delhi. So why don't I give my second attempt at Delhi? But I was like, why would I pay to travel to go to Delhi, then book a hotel? Why would I spend extra when I already lost the money in the first attempt? I was like, no, I will give my second attempt in Hyderabad again. Then somehow it got rejected again. So I was like, okay, now whatever slot I'm getting, I'll take that. So I got my third slot for Mumbai. So on Mumbai, me and my friend gave the interview. It was just like 5 minutes difference. He got approved and I got rejected again. So I was like, this cannot be consulate. It's
Yeah,
just me or my luck.
correct, correct. I mean, let's not confuse everyone. Like, it's
Yes,
not about the consulate, right? And it's
yes.
more about the
It,
preparation of the interview and
preparation, yeah, it's just me
yeah.
or it's my fate which is deciding everything. So I was like, okay, final fourth, this is the final go. I'm gonna take in my home city, I'm gonna give it in Hyderabad. If I get it, I'm gonna get it from my consulate Hyderabad. So it was a new consulate, and yeah, I got approved. So there's nothing with the consulate. I would say people say Kolkata is the very toughest one, but I've seen people getting approved from there too.
Yeah.
So just go believe the god and just go and give your best shot.
Correct. And then, the questions come ki what document should you carry and what should you wear while you're going for your visa interview? How do you prepare for your visa interview? Again, some people do it by themselves because they're confident about their profile. Some people take help from YouTube, and some people actually end up booking a one-on-one session with the experts. So,
Yes.
yeah, what do you have to say about it?
So my take was during the first two attempts, how I did was like same thing, the same PDFs kept forwarding from all the WhatsApp groups, the same questions kept repeating, and like everyone gave the same answers, like what does your parents do, which university, and everything. Then after two attempts, I felt like I cannot be doing this, like I cannot be telling the same answers because it doesn't feel like legit. So we got to do like a conversation with a consulate officer instead of giving him the answer. You are just talking to him. Instead of doing like a Viva session, just have a conversation. Him, he's just asking you the questions. You just have a conversation with him.
Correct.
So I was just casual during my final attempt, to be honest.
Yeah, so I think two major differences that you highlighted here is, so first there's a PDF of how to give the right answers. Okay.
Yes,
And there's like, okay, say these pointers, and then
yes,
all the students' answer become similar.
same.
And then
Yes,
visa officer who is evaluating 100 200 students in a day,
student.
they know ki okay, this is the
It's the same
ratified
answer.
answer.
Yes,
Yeah. And this is how you get rejected, but inside you feel like, oh my god, I gave such a nice answer,
so nice
and I
answer.
was not
Yes,
even fumbling, and how did I get rejected? But
because you are keeping
very
the straight face and telling the answer. I would easily understand that.
correct. And very well highlighted by you that the PDFs you get will, will the answers will be so common, and it will not be personalized to your experience.
Yeah, there's no personal touch on it. Like everyone is telling the same answers.
Correct. So yeah, that's where, talking to a visa
So,
officer, attending a few webinars will help.
so you get few tips and everything, like how to body language and everything, how to make the eye contact with the officer and everything would definitely help it.
Yeah, correct,
Because
correct.
most of the students in India, I would say, doesn't have much exposure in public speaking and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
speaking to someone or talking face to face. And visa consulate is like a big platform for them. So first time they might fumble, they might get the cold chills and everything. So you got to be preparing for like from 1 month, so you could give your best shot, I would say.
Correct, absolutely well highlighted. So, last two seasons for almost 1 year, we have helped more than 15,000 students crack their visa interviews. So, we conduct these free webinars with ex visa officers that help you prepare for your visa interview, that help you frame your answers, personalize
Yes,
your answers as
personal
I mentioned.
answers, yes.
So so many people have came to us and they're like, okay, thank you for this session, because
Because
I
that's
attended
great.
this
You,
session. And
yeah,
yeah,
that's great. You
uh,
guys do it for free because I have heard people charging it for it
yeah,
too. Like there's a different website. You go on their website and you pay like thousands of amount on it
yeah.
for just one-on-one session just to get advice. But it's great you guys are doing it for free.
I'm sure all the students who are going for Fall 24, they must be having these questions, right? Like small, small questions they have. I'm sure after watching this video, they'll be clear on what path they should be taking, what should be the next step, and still you have any confusions, any questions, you can definitely put it on the chat box, and we'll answer all your questions. Kalyan is saying hi. Hi, Kalyan. If you have any questions, please let us know. But yeah, Farhan, meanwhile, let's just quickly cover, like, after your visa is approved. First of all, let's cover what if your visa gets rejected? What should be your next step? Because I'm sure you don't need to be demotivated. I know it's a
Yeah.
lot of effort you have put
So
to
it's
get
gonna,
so far.
yes.
Yeah.
So first visa rejection, I would say it would take like 2 or 3 days to sink in. Like it completely depends on you how fast you can accept the fact that okay, it's gone. Now you got to move on and work on your goal again. You got to start. You don't need to start from the scratch because like you have your I-20, and if there is a, for example, your classes start on August 25th. and you got rejected in June. So you got time frame from June, July, August. You still got 2 months left. So now the task for you is to pay DS 160 fees again. You just need to pay the DS 160 fee and find a slot again during that time frame. If you get the time slot in during those days, that's perfect for you. You can attempt the second visa, or else you got a mail to the university that during it's unfortunate that I got rejected. Can you please defer my I-20 for the next intake? So transfer your defer your I-20 for the next intake, and during those time, like 6 months, you have 6 months. So you got to be doing something. If you just graduated, just pick up any internship, do some internship, make any changes in your DS 160 so that you could say,
Yeah.
hey, there is my there is a change in my DS 160 from the previous attempt. Previously, I was just graduate. Now I have experience of 6 months of internship from the previous attempt to this attempt.
And also try to analyze where did you fall short of when you were giving your answers. Is there something you need to work on your profile? Is there something you need to work with your answer? Is there something you need to work on your funding, right? So obviously, before your next interview, you should be a better person, I would say, better
So
person
you
in
give
terms of profile.
it to yourself like how you answered the questions where you feel like self awareness is really important. I would
Correct,
say
correct.
because
Yeah,
you are not sure what went wrong during the interview, then there's no one you can help you because it's just you and the visa officer in the consulate, and you are the one who could give feedback to yourself because there's no other way you could get the feedback for yourself. And you exactly don't remember what was asked and what you said.
correct.
It's completely like self
Yeah,
awareness is really important in this, like where you need to work, what went wrong.
definitely, definitely. Um, Correct. Even, I mean, for, you know, even if you were rejected before, so many students come to our webinar saying ki, okay, I answered this way, and because the visa officers are like so experienced now, they you might not be able to say the 100% of your answer, like how you what answer you gave at that point, but
On
even if
this,
you
I would
if you
say,
can recollect.
see,
Yeah,
no, on this, I would say your first answer should be your best because visa officer can judge you on your first answer itself.
yeah, yeah.
Might not be asked the second question. So you got to make sure the hi, hello, the greeting, and everything, and your first answer should be perfect because you might not receive a second chance or the second question.
Correct, correct. And if you say something wrong in the first attempt, they'll stop listening you right away.
Yes, it depends upon the officer too. Then, and he might give you a chance. Okay, he might keep you asking the same question twice or thrice until you answer.
Correct. So, Kalyan is asking, can you comment on new administration? Heard so many things from so many people, like good and bad. So, Farhan, you are there living that life. Have you seen any changes so far? Any
Personally,
major
I
changes?
I didn't see any. Personally, I didn't see any changes. Like it's like everything as normal as before. It's just the fear mongering people do as always, and thanks to the news channel, God bless them. That's
So,
what I would
nothing,
feel like.
nothing major changes will happen for students who will be
Yes.
coming, right?
See, if you are see, the changes are for like I would say bad people. So if you are good and you are just doing everything by the books, you can be free. You don't need to care
Correct.
about anything. If you are doing something wrong, then you need to worry about it. If you are good and everything, if you are clean, then you're all set. No one's gonna stop you from coming to US
Great. That's really motivating. So
because
yeah,
the news channels they're doing very bad job. To be honest, I would say because I have I've been getting calls from a parent saying that hey, this is all happening in US. I was like, no, I'm staying here. I know there's nothing such thing happening.
Yeah, correct. They are over exaggerating things.
over everything.
And students already are going through a lot of fear and anxiety, right? Let's not
Yes.
ignite it even more. But yeah, thanks for clarifying it. I think I'm sure it will help them a lot.
Yes.
So quickly, let's cover for students whose visa will be approved. What will be the
Okay.
major next three steps after your visa is approved?
As soon as your visa is approved, first thing you may inform your university that your visa is approved and you will be traveling on this certain date. Book your flights. Make sure you check in with the university that everything is perfect. And once your visa is approved, make sure your service number on the I-20 and on your visa matches, and then book your flight and everything, and pay your first semester fee if it's possible for you through from India. That's what I would. There's a major thing you need to do. Check in with the university and book the flight.
Right. And what about the health insurance and everything that will be provided by the university, or they'll
Yeah,
have to carry it from here?
that would be provided by the university. Health insurance would cover from your college fees. It's already included. It
Hmm.
depends if you want to use the university insurance or the third party thing, or
Hmm.
if you depends on the university too if it's mandatory or no. If it's mandatory, you got to take it from the university, or else you can deny it. It's just not the mandatory thing. Completely
Got
depends upon the universities.
got it.
And
Cool.
coming to the vaccinations too, it also depends upon the university, like what are the requirements of the universities. Few universities have certain requirements, so you got to fulfill it.
Sorry, I think we lost you for a second. Can you repeat that line again?
Regarding the vaccinations, so it's completely depend upon the university what are the requirements of the vaccination, like the COVID one or the polio, whatever. They have a certain form for the vaccinations, so you gotta take before coming to US, or you can get it over here too. You can clarify through your student advisor.
Okay. So other than, packing your essentials and carrying your document, university document, your ID proof, etc., etc., any major thing that, it's like a big, can be a big miss, any major documents or anything that they have to carry from India.
All the documents are mentioned on the I-20 which needs to be carried. Majorly, they ask you is the I-20, service
Mhm.
fee receipt, and they might ask you a DS-160 confirmation paper. Then nowadays they're asking the financial documents a lot. So make sure you carry those financial documents and it has to be legit, because and yeah, your transcripts and your original degree from your undergrad.
Got it, got it. Cool. I think that was really, really helpful, Farhan. I am sure people will watch this video after it's uploaded on the YouTube and they'll have a lot more questions to ask. So we'll be active on chat. We'll try to answer all of the questions that we'll put on the comment box. So do not hesitate. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment box and we'll be more than happy to answer all of those. And just to end this session, I would like to mention about Zolve. So Zolve is a cross-border neobank. We are headquartered in USA. We help all the students who are moving to US. We are a one-stop solution for every student moving to US, right? So we help them by providing financials like credit card, bank account, and debit card as well, right? So when you go to US, you'll need to carry a US credit card and a bank account to transact there, right? And to get a credit card in USA, you'll need a social security number. But Zolve will offer you the credit card without a social security number so that you can start transacting from day one and building your credit history from the minute you start transacting, right? So it's a win-win situation. Other than that, we are also helping students by offering education loan at a very cheap rate of interest. We are coming up with Zolve Global Scholarship worth $50,000. We'll be distributing among students based on merit and need. We also have a US SIM card that is free, that will be delivered to your home in India, so that when you are in US, it's the communication is easier for you. You can directly start communicating from the airport itself to your university or your parents back home, right? We also have we are also going to organize several visa webinars to help you crack your visa interview. So yeah, looking forward to all of you joining our webinars. Looking forward to connect to all of you soon. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much, Farhan. We'll definitely
All right.
meet again.
Sure.